What is going on, guys? Preston here from Preston Logan Vlogging Gaming, and welcome back to our video. I'll be telling you the specs of these phones I'm looking at to replace my Galaxy A54 5G. Now, there's gonna be most likely four parts to this. So keep a lookout for it. Let's start with the Samsung phones first that I'm looking at, that are a little higher end than what I have. Because I'm looking for a little higher end phone than what I have now, because that's a little bit better than what I have. Because I'm kind of over buying these cheap budget phones, which they don't last forever. So yeah. So let's get started. The Galaxy S24 FE. It came out in September 26, 2024. Well, it was announced. It was available October 3rd, 2024. It has IP68 dust water resistant. The display has dynamic AMOLED 120 Hz refresh rate. Screen size 6.7 inches. Resolution 1080. OS. Well, it came with Android 14, but has 7 years of software support. Chipset Exynos 2400E. No card slot. 128 gigabytes internal storage. 8 gigabytes of RAM. The main camera for video has 8K and 4K. The selfie camera for video features has 4K video. Has stereo speakers, no headphone jack. Has USB-C. Under display fingerprint sensor, or fingerprint reader, whatever the heck you want to call it. 4,700 mAh battery, 25 watt wire charging, 15 watt wireless charging, and reverse wireless charging. Now for the Galaxy S24. It came out in January 17, 2024. Available release January 24, 2024. It has IP68 dust and water resistant. Display has dynamic LTPO AMOLED 120 Hz refresh rate. Screen size 6.2 inches. Screen resolution 1080. Always on display. OS. It came with Android 14, but it has 7 years of software support. Has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. No card slot. 128 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Main camera with 8K and 4K. Selfie camera with 4K. It has stereo speakers, no headphone jack. USB-C, under display fingerprint reader. 4,000 mAh battery, 25 watt wire charging, 15 watt wireless charging, 4.5 watt reverse wireless charging. The Galaxy S25 came out on January 22nd, 2025. Available February 3rd, 2025. It has IP68 dust water resistant display. Dynamic LTPO AMOLED 120 Hz refresh rate. Screen size 6.2 inches. Resolution 1080. Always on display. Came with Android 15 up to 7 major Android upgrades. Has a Snap processor. Has a Snapdragon 8 Elite processor. No card slot. 128 gigabytes internal storage. 12 gigabytes of RAM. Main camera 8K video and 4K video. Selfie camera 4K video. Stereo speakers, no headphone jack. USB-C. Under display fingerprint sensor. 4,000 mAh battery. 25 watt wire charging. 15 watt wireless charging, 4.5 watt reverse wireless charging. Now these three Samsung phones are fast charging. They have fast charging on them. These three phones do. These are the only three Samsung phones I'm looking at that are higher end that I want. The Galaxy S24 FE on Samsung.com is $650 plus sales tax. And the Galaxy S24 is about like between. I'll look at it again. I keep forgetting. I'll look at 40 guys. The Galaxy S24 is. Gotta get rid of all this stuff real quick. It's $700 plus sales tax. And then, but the Galaxy S24 on my phone carrier is $675, and the Galaxy S24 FE on my carrier is $475. So it's cheaper on my carrier. Now the Galaxy S25 is $720 unlocked on Samsung, and it's $675 on my phone carrier, so it's cheaper on my phone carrier. So yeah, that's for Samsung. Unlocked, I understand you gotta pay more, but it's well worth paying more. But the phone carriers are a lot cheaper to buy the Samsung phones off of, which I might buy off the phone carrier or just buy it off of the website, but I haven't decided which one I'm gonna do yet. Either way, I'll buy one of the three phones. If I decide to stick with Samsung for our new phone that's a little higher end. That's how I stick with Samsung. So yeah, part 2 is coming up next. So thank you guys for watching. I'm out.